All right, guys, welcome back. So I had somebody ask a question. They wanted to see how the little girl, the little doe that was born probably, I don't know, at this point, 36 hours ago or something, like a day and a half ago, they wanted to see how her legs have straightened out. And so here she is. Come here, why are you hiding? Come here. Here, come here. She's looking good. Look at those good-looking legs, huh? They look so good. You want to walk? Here. See, and now they almost look here. Well, your butt's in the way. Can you move this way, please? Here, go that way. Now she doesn't want to walk, but her legs, they almost look just a smidge, I don't know, maybe even tight, but I mean, she's up high on them, and they're straightening out, and she looks good. Don't you? And her ears even, they've laid down. Hers were folded. Hers have laid down. Her sister, I put her up on our Facebook and Instagram. She had, I call them the nun ears because like they kind of cape out, like, I don't know, that nun uniform that nuns wear. And so, but her ear, that one, that one's, will you stop moving towards me? One ear is finally laying flat. This one I'll probably have to fix. But anyway, so yeah, sorry, I'm getting off track here. So this little girl, hey, can you come here? Can you come here? Come here. You're so precious. Yeah. Her legs look a million times better. Yes, they're doing excellent, aren't they? Yes. But anyway, so somebody had made a comment about selenium, and, oh, no, she's walking. Yeah, see, she's just a little tight, but she's got good weight on them, and they're starting to straighten out, so she's doing good. But selenium, so whenever, I guess I've always called it splayed-legged, so when they come out and like they absolutely cannot get their legs underneath them, I don't know if that's a strength issue, but whenever that happens, and they're truly having a hard time getting their legs underneath them, then that can be caused from selenium deficiency. But see, both of these I had already given a 1/4 cc of BOSI to when they were born, and then Mom had a cc about a month before kidding, and so I'm just always a little leery to give too much. Because obviously, like I've said in many other videos, selenium, if given too much, can be toxic. And so I was just going to let her get her own wheels under her, and she's done a fantastic job. Yes, you look so beautiful. But yeah, she's doing good. She's got good strength, and originally that front joint she was walking on, and then she couldn't, her shoulder and her front leg were weak. And so, yeah, she's doing fantastic. But yes, selenium. And like I try to say in every video, don't just give selenium absent-mindedly. It is toxic, or it can be toxic if given in too large of dose. And so find a vet in your area that is knowledgeable about goats and selenium deficiencies, or if you have them in your area, find a breeder that's knowledgeable. You know, even when we get new goats, it's usually, for better or worse, and it's not that I recommend this, but it's usually months before I give them anything, just because I don't know their history. And so I'm not going to load them up with anything that could be toxic to them. And so I wait, but yeah, so when they're splayed-legged, when they're weak like that, it can be caused by a selenium deficiency. I just wasn't worried about that because I already knew she had selenium, and I just didn't want to give her too much, and she's doing great now. But other than that, and also, okay, this may be slightly controversial because everybody, you know, selenium is one of those things that people can hold some really strong opinions of. But you can pull up maps, like for the U.S. I have no idea about the rest of the world, but for the U.S., you can pull up maps of selenium deficiency. And I think the problem that most people don't understand, hi, pretty girl, with selenium deficiency is that that selenium has to follow, it has to make it from the ground into your animal's mouth, and hay quality, the stage and age at which whatever hay you're feeding was cut, was harvested, that's going to affect the vitamin and mineral content. And so really it's important, we've never done it, or no, we did it one year, but that's another thing. You can have a nutritional analysis taken of your feedstuffs to see, okay, well, we're not supposed to be selenium deficient, but that doesn't mean that, where you got your hay from, that they're not deficient. And so I don't know if any of this is making sense. Just know that just because it's in the soil, that doesn't mean that it's getting taken up. Different plants take up different things. When it's harvested, all hay, depending on age, loses. Older hay is not going to be as nutritionally dense as what fresh cut hay is, and not all hay, alfalfa, prairie hay, teff, they all have different, nutritional panels or whatever they're called. And so you really can't just assume just because selenium's in the ground, this video is being much longer than I thought it would be, sorry. But you just can't assume that just because it shows selenium on a map, that doesn't mean that selenium is available to your animals. And so talk to a vet before you do anything. Talk to other breeders. Do a nutritional analysis of your feedstuffs, so of your alfalfa or your hay. See what your animals are actually getting. If you're not convinced that you need selenium, or you don't think you need selenium, then find out. But anyway, selenium has always worked really well here, but I live in the Midwest. I live in Nebraska in the United States, and so if you are watching this in New Zealand or in Africa or anywhere else in the world that may see this video, what you have available is going to be different than what I have available. And so do your research and find out. Speak to people before making any decisions. But anyway, this video was much longer and more ranty than I thought it was going to be. So anyway, that's all I have, and we'll catch you in the next video.